Good afternoon, everyone. You heard me speak this morning. My name is Russell. I'm Russell Bentley. I'm the Assistant Pro Vice Chancellor for Education. I realize that we've been in this room for a long time today. It's gotten a little bit sweaty, but a lot of that sweat is the white heat of talking about technology in education. Congratulate yourselves on having made it through a day of a very exciting conference. I'm well aware that I'm the last person who's standing in between you and the last person who's standing between you and the bar or wherever you need to go next. So my comments will be brief. This is really just to connect what we've been talking about today with what I'm doing in my role as Assistant Pro Vice Chancellor, which is carrying on a lot of work that started as the Curriculum Innovation Project at the University of Southampton and is now just known affectionately as Curriculum Innovation. I've had a very good opportunity just in the past fortnight to speak to various people in different faculties, and my own faculty is Social and Human Sciences, and my experience of it is that it's a large, complex, very dynamic faculty, but it's a faculty that's made up of the kinds of disciplines that I'm personally quite familiar with, that have a kind of crossover between social sciences, humanities, and a certain amount of other stuff chucked in. Social and human sciences is sort of like Australia. Whatever was left over got stuck down there, and that's why there's so many strange animals in social and human sciences. But I've been speaking to people in faculties that I'm not terribly familiar with, talking to them about the kinds of constraints that they face in their curriculum and the kinds of difficulties they're having connecting to the activities that are captured by the phrase curriculum innovation here at the university. So one of the reasons I was very excited about this conference, and I'm very excited about the enhancement theme of technology-enhanced learning, is that I think the next wave of curriculum innovation is going to be taking all of the good activity that we're doing now, which is still fundamentally classroom-based, traditional delivery, and as much as we talk about innovation in assessment, is still somewhat conventional in its approach, no matter how different it feels to students who might be doing it. I think our opportunity, and I think actually our responsibility in the coming year, is to think how we can use technologies for education to take those flagship interdisciplinary modules that we've been introducing over the years that have really taken off and are really a badge for the University of Southampton. Those modules that we all know as either the CI modules, some people call them the UOSM modules because that's their prefix. But my view and my task for the next year is to identify those modules that can now be a spearhead for showing what can really be done with technology and education, where we bring together the expertise that we now have in ILLiad with our technologists there and our educationalists there and our academics who've already demonstrated how enthusiastic they are about introducing innovation into the curriculum. So when we talk about technology-enhanced learning, we always need to think about who are going to be the early adopters and what kinds of changes are they going to introduce and how are they going to push forward a lot of things that we want to do. Now, I have a particular reason for wanting to do that. And it isn't just that there are certain faculties that can't really tap into the excitement of curriculum innovation. One of the things I'm concerned about is that we're not actually keeping our promise, that we are making all of our innovative approaches to education and all of our research-led education available to the widest possible university community. And the talk I gave this morning, I said I make no apologies for sounding like an idealist. I'm very much an idealist about education. I would describe myself as an enthusiast, but I'm an enthusiast because I just believe it's the most important thing that we do. And one of the things I'm committed to in this regard is looking at the university as an academic community that is made up of people who are fundamentally equals, that are fundamentally engaging with each other as equals, and are fundamentally able to access all of the same things and benefit from them. I do firmly believe that what distinguishes various people in the university is more a grade level than a qualitative level between people. There are people who are at one stage of their education There are academic staff and researchers who are at another stage of their education. There are people who are working in student support services who are at a different stage doing similar kinds of things, working with the academic staff and working with the students. So I start with that kind of philosophical position and I start thinking, how can we actually do what we set out to do with the Curriculum Innovation Project, which is make the broad-based nature of this university and the dynamism of this university available to all of our community members, and how can we allow it to benefit all of our community members. So to bring it back to the most practical level, I think that a good part of the future of what we're going to be doing with technology-enhanced learning is going to be showcased in activities that we're currently doing that are already demonstrated that they're innovative, as curriculum innovation modules. So what I'll leave you with before handing you over to the person who's between you and the last place you're going to be today is to say, watch this space. We are going to be doing some very exciting things, and those exciting things are actually going to be driven by some of those ethical principles that I was talking about this morning. I think we're going to see a fundamental transformation. And I am serious. The UOSM modules, those CI modules, they really are a badge for the University of Southampton. They're known outside of the institution. They're known very well inside the institution. Our own students are very excited about them. They're going to be the vehicle for taking us forward, and that's what I want to see go on into the future. So thank you very much. It was nice being here today with everyone.